Hello, my name is David Wilt. I'm here today to talk to you a little bit about shift handovers and how teamwork can help make shift handovers an even better part of your production plant. Today, we're going to spend just a few minutes reviewing how teamwork handles shift handovers and how from the floor level up through the managers and the staff can use teamwork to really make it better on the floor. Today we're going to be covering the use case of completing peer-to-peer shift handovers using that teamwork. This use case tackles the challenges faced by organizations in relaying pertinent information between two shifts working on the same production equipment. Whether the two shifts are back-to-back or separated by several hours, this use case addresses some of the key challenges in an efficient manner. It takes care of communications and captures shift handover data and information and operator errors when they apply from miscommunication occasionally. Potential improvements provided through this use case include reduced employee overhead, enabling low contact for the pandemic we're still experiencing, reducing scrap, and so forth. The roles most benefited from this are really anybody in operations, anybody who walks the floor, operators, managers, supervisors, anybody who really cares about running the plant will benefit from this. You'll see the flow chart there of from front to back as an example of how teamwork works. Now for this use case demonstration, we're looking at the example very closely. Our demonstration begins with Jeff, our operator, who's working the day shift, and he logs on for workstation 1. He has his iPad. Within just a few moments, he's up to where he needs to be inside teamwork. He starts by scanning the latest shift handovers. He looks to see what was happening on the most recent shift. He's able to click in and zoom in on any photos or attachments. After that, quickly grabs his iPad again and takes a scan of the QR code, which is linked to the configuration inside teamwork. Selects the shift handover form, says, I'm going to fill out my own because he saw what they did last night on the completed form. He notices that Emma took some notes, gave him some information. Emma's the person he relieved, basically. Notices that there's a problem with the pallet with materials needing repacked. Okay, he's going to take care of that today. And he's able to use a tag to let Emma know that he actually saw the note and made the best of it, is going to take care of it through the shift. He also scrolls through the workstation news items for any calls for help. Calls for help are a very important part of teamwork. We'll talk about that on another video later on. So within just a few minutes of being on the floor, he's able to start his shift, and he has everything he needs to have a good feel for how last night went and how today should be going. He can add comments and tag other operators to add additional context and draw attention as needed. There's really a vast array of question types and conditional logic, which allows for diverse peer-to-peer forms to be created inside the teamwork application. And you can easily, from shift to shift, pass information. And when you get to the end of the shift, he adds any remaining dates and details and signs the form, and he logs off, leaving all the details for the night shift operator, Liam. So Liam's the guy who's replacing him. This is a 3-shift operation. So as the information is put into teamwork, he knows what happened before, what happened during the shift, and what the next guy, in this case, Liam, needs to know. On the next setup we care about is the person called Samuel, who is a shift supervisor. He's preparing the end of the shift handover materials as well, so he can see what's happened on the floor. He updates the shift overview whiteboard and then logs into teamwork. He begins by clicking the plus sign on his factory feed and choosing news posts. Selecting the news type of shift changeover, he is presented with a template that helps to organize and standardize the information that is required for the shift handover. He completes his post by snapping a picture of the whiteboard and tagging any equipment or workstations with outstanding tasks. Now, the blue screen showed that now Kevin's logging in, the production manager. And he used to call down to the control room to get some information and updates, but he doesn't have to now. He can use his computer or his handheld phone or his iPad, whatever he wants. He can always be sure that he's up to date with the production data and the schedule, and he makes sure that the information he has is accurate. Now, through this case, we have seen how digital capture of shift handover information in both news posts and forms can enable an efficient and effective shift handover. We can see that inside teamwork, from the people who work shift to shift, supervisors who maybe work just one shift, to the manager, there's always no broken links of communication. It really makes a shift handovers effective. Thank you very much. Again, my name is David Wilt with InSource. I hope you found this video helpful.